Hello and welcome to Wednesday's Kitchen Table Talk. It's Alison Southern here, Team Vicar in the Melksham Team Ministry. How are you doing today? I hope it's not too bad for you wherever you are and whatever you're doing. We've had an interesting sunny and showers day here today, and that pretty much sums up how life is, I think, at the moment, doesn't it? There seems to be good days and then there are days where everything feels like a struggle. I was having a conversation with somebody the other day about the goings on over in America as we are drawing closer to their election day. The conversations that had been going on between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, if you could call them conversations, it's been a really aggressive display of language, and the rhetoric that's been used is really very negative. And it made me think about words and talk, how we use words, how we talk to one another. And I was reminded of a parrot that was up in Lincolnshire in a wildlife park. And there were 2 or 3 parrots who were very famous for chatting to the people as they came in. So the public would come along and with their families chat to the parrots. They had been taught certain words that would be cute and nice and make everyone feel happy. But amongst them there was a few that had definitely been taught some naughtier words. There were 2 or 3 parrots that had started swearing at the general public. And if they didn't get any response of shock and horror, then the other parrots around would start squawking and encouraging them to swear all the more. Well, these naughty parrots got shifted from the front line job that they used to have into a back room so they couldn't offend people. Talk matters, it seems. Demotion was certainly the name of the game for those parrots. I'm a vicar and I often have a dog collar on, and it's amazing how many times when I meet people they suddenly start to swear, or when they have sworn, say, "Oh God, oh God, oh God, I'm sorry, oh God." And the more they say it, the worse it gets, and I just kind of smile graciously and we get through it. But words matter to people, and they know when they're using words in a way that is going to be either shocking or perhaps offensive. Text messaging now is used all of the time. People send messages using shortened words, abbreviations, text words that are made up words. But if you're sending a text to someone and you get the word wrong, or you might miss out an exclamation mark or a certain emoji, and you can really offend, and the whole tone of the text can change from one thing to another. Or have you ever received an email in capital letters and felt like you've been shouted at, even though you're just reading something off the page? Words do matter all the time. And you and I can chat away and just manage to get through a conversation without offending each other or being too worried by it. Donald Trump and Joe Biden's language has been very much about not listening to the other person and not allowing the other person that opportunity of speech. And quite often when we're watching the interactions in Parliament here in Britain, we'll get the same. Some people shout very loudly, and the shouting down makes it almost impossible to say what you would say. That's true for all of us, no matter what it is that we are trying to express. And it was no different when Jesus was around. Words were used by way of manipulation or trickery, trying to get Jesus to fall into traps by thinking up clever questions. And we can be just as guilty of doing that nowadays. We can try and manipulate someone into tripping up and making a mistake, making a fool of themselves, if you will, by trying to be super clever. All of those ways that we use language are a bit of a disappointment, I think, for language is such a beautiful and creative thing, capable of drawing out emotions that are beyond our feelings. And yet we can use words to bring about emotions that are so filled with pain and so easy to destroy how we feel. Jesus, when he came so that we might have life in abundance. And even though life is full of difficulty and full of challenge at the moment, we can use the words of love and grace and care that Jesus came to show us how to live in ways that will help one another. So wherever we are, whether our COVID tier is 1 or 3, whether we are anxious about being isolated again, whether we're worried about the economy that we are living in, whether we're not sure how we're going to put food on the table for our children during half term, all of those things are made worse when words are used to beat us down, to put us into boxes, to make us feel less than whole. That's not what God wanted from any of us when he created the gift of language that is just so sweet and beautiful. So as you go into this day and into this week, have a think about how you use your words. Do you talk and never listen? Maybe you never get a chance to be heard. Maybe you just use words to hurt and belittle without even noticing or thinking about it. But the beauty of words is that they can be used to heal as well as to hurt. And the beauty of words is that we can all learn to use them well. So I hope as you go into this week, you'll practice using words that will be full of love and encouragement. And when you, like me, sometimes use words too harshly, too sharply, I hope you get a chance and a time this week to think about how you use those words and maybe find different ways of doing it. It's a challenge for me, for you, for all of us. It certainly seems to be a challenge for politicians, but I throw it out there to everyone. Try and get through this next week with adding more positive words and creating the world into something different by the way we speak. Take care, God bless. I'll catch up with you again on Sunday from the kitchen table. God bless. Bye for now.